Hey there, everybody. We are on the bike today. It's been a while. We are riding. It is nice, beautiful, and sunny today. Not a cloud in sight. Well, except maybe like way over there. It's a nice sunny day. It's very nice. So we are taking the bike. We are finally able to record this because I figured you guys might be a little tired of seeing just, you know, the inside the car view, and for once wanted to get a view of the outside. So here we are. I've also thought about maybe wearing the chesty when I ride my bike, because sure, this gives you like the helmet POV, but also like because it's the helmet POV, it's also like the line of sight POV, so whenever I turn my helmet, you guys will see that. And I don't know, maybe I'd like to see if I can do a more static shot or angle for one video where, like, sure, it'll be a little lower, but it'll be on my chest, which doesn't do too much moving, so that you guys can kind of keep a straight shot regardless of, you know, whatever I'm doing with my head. Because this definitely feels immersive, like you are seeing the world through my eyes. But sometimes I feel like when I'm watching it back, any of the times I really like move my head a lot to, like, you know, look over and merge when I'm, like, you know, looking over my shoulder and stuff. I feel like it's kind of just weird. But I don't know if that's just me. Maybe I'm just tripping. I do that often. I've been watching a lot of other YouTube videos, trying to get some inspiration, figure out what I want to do, where I want to go, because I don't think, unfortunately, my life is exciting enough to where daily vlogs are really, you know, feasible for my just sort of long-term run of getting you guys interested in stuff. Because, like, yeah, sure, every once in a while I'll do some exciting things, but the day-to-day stuff, especially the Sunday through Thursday when I work, I can't do much unless I do something like early in the morning or late at night. But late at night, kind of a downer, because it's so much darker, which means the camera quality isn't going to be that good outside. If we're doing it inside, hopefully it's a well-lit place, but again, it's gambling. But during the day is really nice because you have this. Now right now I have the ND filter on because it is that bright, and I want to try my best to limit the shutter speed. I want to keep the shutter speed set and let the ISO go up and down as needed. That way I keep a consistent shutter speed and keep things more cinematic and just more uniform, really. Because one thing it would do is, with how freaking bright it is, the camera would want to make the shutter speed super fast, so go to like 1/400, 1/500 if anything. And so now it's letting a lot less light in and making a darker image, which is good for the balance, but with such a fast shutter speed, it basically like freezes the motion, so it doesn't look as good. You don't get any blur, and it kind of just sucks. But if I keep the shutter speed at exactly 1/60 forever and let everything else adjust, I get consistent frame rate. I get consistent shutter speed. And that's nice. And because of that, though, I need to put on the bigger, beefier ND filters during the day. So yeah, what I'm trying to do is plan just more outings or trips, and like really, you know, put my nose to the grindstone and try to plan videos. Because before I was just like, yeah, I'll do whatever. I'll raw dog it. I'll just YOLO it, you know, figure out as I go along. But that's like a really bad way to approach it, especially if I'm not super rich and can definitely afford to just go anywhere exciting. But I could go somewhere boring, and as long as I have structured that video well and planned it out, it could be a freaking banger. You know, not every trip has to be some crazy adventure. It could just be a simple low-key adventure that just has a lot of value to it because of the effort I put in. So I'm trying to like really plan videos, and not just videos of adventures, but videos of reviews, things like that, and actually structuring them and planning them, and even like writing some kind of script. Because normally when I'm doing this vlog stuff, it's all just whatever pops into my head in the moment, which is why it normally sounds so unrehearsed, and I have a lot of pauses or ums or I don't knows or you knows or all that kind of really bad ways that people speak when they're doing public speaking. All the things that you learn, like, no, you shouldn't do that. And it's taking a lot to obviously try and get myself to not do it so much in these videos because I know how bad it can be. But at the end of the day, if this is unrehearsed, you're gonna get the raw, unfiltered me. And I can edit it however I can and try to cut out any of those like bad sections where I say or but sometimes I transition so quickly into saying something or into saying that I can't really cut it out without making the parts around it just sound weird. So it's a learning experience, and I guess just a way to show you guys that I'm just thinking of this on the fly when I'm talking for a lot of things, and that's where a lot more important conversations come from. It's just what's happening in the moment. But I definitely want to make some more structured videos where I get a lot of B-roll, I write scripts, I do research, I visit a random restaurant or a random place, I go on a trip, and I don't just do things, I do them well. I do them with a plan. I do them with something, right? So I'm trying to think of like what places to go, and I can literally just go anywhere, that's obviously within reason. Because I used to think, well, if I'm going to be doing adventures and trips to eat, it should be to like places nobody knows about or like some lesser known things, but like I could go to frickin' McDonald's on an adventure and make it a pretty damn good video as long as I'm putting in the effort. So that's what I need to start doing. That's what I need to start planning and actually pushing myself. I'm at least trying to be consistent enough or within reason to force myself to keep recording stuff, keep turning this on, and that way I'm actually having stuff to try and put out, even if it's not the best. Because I always know I can be better, but I'd rather put out something rather than nothing. Because my obsession with putting out the best video possible is kind of the reason I went pretty much a year without posting, and then went like another 6 months without posting. It is an obsession with perfection that might make it so that you never post anything. And it's like I said, posting something is better than posting nothing. You want to just have content to sift through rather than have nothing. Because at least you're getting your practice in recording and uploading and getting feedback and getting some kind of reach or some kind of, viewership. And you're just trying. That's all you gotta do. So I'm definitely going to do that a lot more. Oh, jeez. But in the meantime, while I'm doing it, while I'm thinking of doing it, I'm definitely just going to live life and enjoy things. And unfortunately, I will be that cringe person holding up a camera, pointing it at things, recording my food, recording, random things. But, like, who cares? I just gotta do me, ride my bike, drive my car, go places, have fun, and just try to, make memories. There it goes. Alright, well, it is dark. Work is over. It is nighttime. We're gonna ride. Thankfully, it did not get too cold. I was afraid it would get very, very, very cold once the sun went down, but it did not. We are good. So, that being said, let's start her on up. I mean, I can see one of the downsides of wearing the chesty, like I mentioned, would be obvious, just way more invasive. You know, because I have to wear that entire thing. And it's just basically like strap that whole thing to my chest. Whereas here, the helmet mount is just on my helmet. And, you know, I'm going to be wearing the helmet anyways. So it's like, might as well just strap it to my helmet. Alright. That was a nice, peaceful ride home. We're almost home, so I'm probably going to cut the video out. Appreciate all you guys, so we'll see you guys next time. Bye!